Okay. And it happened during the interview, and it was from a generous anonymous donor who donated $2,000 and said it needed to be done. And speaking of Castlevania, we are ready to have Symphony of the Night with Satoryu.
How you doing, everyone? This is Soten, but this is a pretty different Soten from what you're probably used to. It's not the original PS1 version, which me, romscout, and Rain of Soten ran all the way back in 2011. It's not the 360 version. It's not even the Saturn version. This is on the PSP via Dracula X Chronicles, and there are going to be some unique differences here that we'll explain as we go along. So, timing starts on first movement, so I'll give you a cue. Right when Richter starts to move, it should be now. Wow. Already some jank at the beginning because Richter.
That's the warm-up. It's fine.
Yeah. The game looks very similar to what you're used to seeing as far as Symphony of the Night goes, but it actually plays slightly different to accommodate being made for a handheld. There's like a weird amount of buffer in pretty much everything that you do, so it feels slightly different.
Yeah, it also sounds very different. That's usually people's biggest complaint. All the cutscenes were actually
redubbed.
Redubbed, yeah. And it doesn't sound at all like the original. But yeah, actually, if you've ever, that was actually a really good quick kill once you recover from the start. But yeah, I forgot my train of thought now, but it's fine. We can go on with the game. So, like every other category of this game, you have to skip death at the start to keep your equipment. You might be used to seeing a real elaborate setup, but he didn't get a neutron bomb. He didn't even really need a heart refresh that time, but he's gonna be doing something so intense. We better let him concentrate when he gets there. So this is shield dashing for those that haven't seen speedruns of this game or haven't seen one in a while. You can cancel the backdash by using the shield button, and there's no cooldown time in between doing that. So you can just do the fast part of the backdash over and over again to be at maximum speed the entire game.
Alrighty, we're coming up on the death skip here.
Yeah, get ready. You might miss it.
Got it.
Oh.
Nailed it.
First try.
So, if you own the PS4 version of this game as well, that just came out, you can also do that skip. All you have to do is walk into the screen and hold the triangle button.
You could also just walk out.
You can also just walk out, yeah.
Yeah, I held left just to save some frames.
Yeah, so all you have to do there is just leave the room, and that's cutscene unloads forever.
Yep.
All right, the Alchemy Laboratory is pretty standard for other runs, so this would be a good time to read some donations, Mike.
Sure thing. We have $250 from Swag Dracula, who says the Lord of the Night could only start his donation to kill cancer during the block dedicated to his honor. We also have $100 from an anonymous donor who says, what is a speedrun? A miserable little pile of button mashing. But enough talk. Have at you. Good luck to all the runners and greetings from Bavaria. We have a friendly $25 donation from Fixeni who says, good luck on your run, Satoryu.
Oh, thanks, man. Okay.
Yeah, since Satoryu skipped the death cutscene, he's playing through the game with all of the overpowered equipment that you get at the very start of the game. He's not meant to have the a la carte shield, the a la carte sword, and he's definitely not meant to do that much damage that quickly.
Yeah.
All right.
This is going to be a really weird part of the run. So you've probably never seen a Symphony of the Night run that saves the game at a GDQ before. But I promise it's for a reason. They added a quick save function to the handheld version because, especially at the time, many handheld games started adding that. But because many handheld games had just started adding it, they made a few mistakes with it. So we'll be abusing those.
Yeah, we'll try not to spoil all the fun that happens. It's a little bit of a complicated setup what he's going to be doing after he enters the marble gallery, but yeah, I don't think even we really understand what's going on, but...
Well, it's kind of rewriting. Well, I guess we'll let you see what happens first, and then I'll explain what it's actually doing after. The end result is it's in glitch state right now, but after this, when he quick saves again, we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah. So I was in the floor there. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about that.
That's a common.
Now I'm in this floor. Now I'm up here.
So this is where the gravity boots are. Normally, you would not be able to access this room without having the bat already, which should take many, like 10 plus minutes in a normal run. He's been here in under 5 minutes. So, and he's already able to access the mist, which is needed for getting the bat. But so yeah, this is, I think, by a good 3-minute margin, the fastest clock rush we've ever had at a GDQ. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anytime there's a loading zone, if I'm speaking correctly, that's how you're able to activate this glitch and go out of bounds doing it, and then it...
Rebound stone.
Yeah, so you quick save after coming through a loading zone, and then you can either rename the file or do some shifting of the files, and yeah, like he's renaming it right there, and what it does is it rewrites the load that you're attached to on the quick save function. So it just stuck him next to the boss screen in this case. It's in glitch state, so he wouldn't be able to walk through the boss screen right now. But in the other case, it attached him to the Maria cutscene that's right in that clock room, and so it just threw him above there conveniently, and he was able to get the gravity boots. And he does, again, he is in a glitch state right now. If he actually used this library card right now as it is, he'd be spawning out of bounds somewhere, and we'd probably have to restart the run. So he actually enters a save room, and it resets the game to be in a normal state again. So now when he uses the library card, he's going to go to the library as intended.
Ooh.
Sounds like it just replays the music, so it probably has something to do with that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a lot of things don't get loaded when you're in that glitch state coming out of the rename. And you can't do the shop glitch in this version. It wouldn't be faster anyway with this route, but yeah, in this and the PS4 version, you can't do the shop glitch that you see in several of the other Alucard runs.
Thankfully, we have the shield rod, which, as you're going to see here, is very powerful. If you use the shield rod in combination with different shields, it gives you different effects. If you do it in combination with the Alucard shield, it does this. So you walk into stuff holding the shield, and it gives you like 3 seconds of invincibility. It's doing damage on every frame.
And then you have invincibility frames after that, so he was able to shield dash through the rest.
It does like 256 damage every frame.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every handful of frames at least.
Yeah.
I purposely don't shield dash here just to save some MP.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever you hold the shield or the shield out afterwards, so shield dashing would
and exclusive to this version of the game, when you pause the game, it actually cancels the shield spell. It's kind of like a small nerf, I guess, that they're doing on it. So you'd have to waste a little bit of MP again. Now, you may have noticed when he was on the menu there, he had 2 library cards.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not going to unequip it right now, so you can kind of take a guess. Maybe you can have some fun at home. Just guess where this library card will take us. It will take us somewhere.
Alrighty, place your bets at home. Where are we going? I heard clock tower. Nope.
Nope. Not
Inverted
clock
library.
So it did work as intended. It did go to the library, just the other one. So we're in the second castle now, very close to the end of the game. There's no more bosses sitting between here and Dracula. Well, I guess Shaft and Dracula technically, but.
Oh yeah, Shaft, I guess, but we'll get. We may or may not see him.
Gonna be in. Oh.
Yeah.
A little late there, so. Just save a...
It only wastes like a second there. But yeah, he was in the glitch state that entire time, so...
And it was still in effect.
He had to quick save in order to put himself back in bounds here.
Yeah. Okay. Are the Jackabones going to cooperate this time?
Yeah. Oh,
nope. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, those guys have a
How
lot
about
of
round
luck
2?
attached to
Jump
them.
off? No. Jump off. There we go. That was a bait.
He doesn't have duplicator, so he doesn't have unlimited mana prisms.
Yeah, and he's also at level like 8 or 9 usually, I think, at this point in the run. Usually in like in any normal 8% or even in all bosses, you'd be over level 20 by this point. Oh, level 14.
14.
Yeah.
I guess you killed a couple schmoos or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but either way, he has like way less MP than normal. So he has to be pretty conservative with it. And that's actually part of the reason why he's doing another warp here. Because instead of having to wing smash all the way across the section, he's now going to get to wrong warp to another part of it.
Yeah, this is probably the least major quick save warp. You only go a few rooms forward, but it's enough to be worth it.
The other thing that's interesting about this version of the of Symphony of the Night is you don't have the infinite wing smash that you do in a lot of the other versions, where you can just keep chaining wing smashes over and over again. It's still technically possible, but extremely difficult to the point where most people can't get it reliably.
Yeah, even like top runners of the game who've done this for years, like on this version specifically, they don't even bother trying to do that technique.
Even though he still has like really good armor, since he's a low level, he has to be really careful in this room because
those Guardians can still kill him.
Yeah.
No question.
Alrighty, and we're coming up on pretty much one of the last tricks that you're going to be seeing here. How would you describe this?
Oop,
Yeah.
no MP. Okay,
Well,
so
that's
let's...
fine. So when you cancel a save in this version specifically, you...
Oop, it did the shift thingy.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's some luck involved with this, but when you do this, it's actually randomly opening up a small gap in the side of the screen. And so eventually he'll just fall through the floor if we can get the game to cooperate enough. He could be doing a lot more save cancels to open it up, but that's slow, so you don't want to do that.
There we go.
Yeah, then he had to perfectly time a transformation there. And normally the floor would zip you downwards and he'd be right into that Guardian, but he had to perfectly time the bat transformation so that wouldn't happen.
Yeah, here he's just flying left in the ceiling. Due to not having the infinite wing smash, he can't just do wing smashes, which is significantly faster. But yeah, doing that, we don't have to get any of the relics, and we're coming up on Shaft and Death.
And we're not done with tricks yet, just in case you're wondering.
There is one more thing that we can do with Shaft, which is actually a holdover from the Japanese PS1 version. Go up here and wing smash in a specific spot. Oh wow, that was really bad.
That's fine.
It just dropped my down
Just
input.
adds a couple seconds.
Yeah, so yeah.
This guy can be skipped, but it is pretty precise, and sometimes it just randomly doesn't work, even for people that can do it reliably.
Yeah, so if you did get it right, you just like backdash into the corner and then it skips the fight.
Yeah, the loading zone is somewhere weird for that.
Yeah, they put they load for Dracula and just despawn it normally when the cutscene plays, but if you don't load the cutscene, then like Dracula's load is just sitting there.
Yeah, we are coming up on time very soon. This is the final fight, and with the Alucard shield, it's going to be quite trivial.
Not much of a
Pretty
fight.
easy. Rip bitrate. Time. Oh, sub 13, awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that was the fastest Alucard run we've had in a marathon by like,
large margin.
like 4.5 minutes or something.
Yeah, by a good margin. Yeah. So I love, I'm very thankful GDQ was able to let me show this off. Like, I definitely think, you know, because PSP is so lesser well known, I think this was cool as like, you know, like a party trick kind of thing. And just to, you know, learn more about funky Soten stuff.
Yeah, and definitely for people that want to get into Soten speedrunning, this run actually is a lot easier than normal 8% if you did want to just dip your feet in, if you will. So might be worth learning at home. It's a lot of the tricks he was doing, if you're doing them at a basic level, not very hard.
Farewell, my son.
Well, thank you for that great run, Satoryu. And coming up next is Aria of Sorrow, and we do have a bid war for that. Currently, Bebel is in the lead at $1,386, and Micro Macro has $1,100. So if you want to get your donations in, you have to do that right now, because once we switch to that game, it will be the bid war will be over. Also, we fortunately have Castlevania 3 in the marathon, but we have a new bonus game for tomorrow. It would replace Setup Block 2. If you want to have a Sonic Mania Plus race, that'll be a $30,000 donation target. And speaking of donations, we have $15 from Cody Gao, who says, "What is a donation? A miserable little pile of money, but enough talk. Let's raise money for a good cause." And that cause would be the Prevent Cancer Foundation. A very good cause. And if you want to find out more, you can go to preventcancer.org. We have another similarly themed donation from Xanifer from France. He said, $10. "What is a speed run? A miserable little pile of glitch. But enough talk. Have at you." Core Undertale. We have a $350 donation from Agimon. Greetings from Sweden. We've been following and donating to AGDQ for a couple of years now, and always been looking forward to these runs, and especially the Castlevania blocks. Sadly, we lost our father to cancer a few months ago, so we can relate to how this monstrous disease can affect us. So from the bottom of our hearts, we say, "Die, monster! You don't belong in this world, and let's fight this together." And we have $25 from Birdie, who says, "My boyfriend Gunslinger Tuna had to work today and is missing 2 of his favorite Castlevanias because of it. So I'm donating in his honor. We'll donate another $10 if the announcer does their best 'What a horrible night to have a curse' in honor of the upcoming Castlevania 2 run." We have $150 from Noob Games, who says, "Love me some Castlevania. Grew up on these games and love seeing them run. Let's kick cancer's butt and Dracula's too." So it's worth noting that we do have GDQ merch during this event, especially from Fangamer. And Fangamer is a video game merchandise company designing and producing official goods for Deltarune, Dark Souls, Hollow Knight, Persona 5, and more. And all profits from their GDQ merchandise sales are donated to the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Go to fangamer.com/GDQ. And I'll be playing a quick ad, so just sit tight on your seats. And we have a $30 donation from Chell, who says, "What a horrible night to have a run. Thanks for rising from your grave for this, Satoryu." We have $100 from Abe232, who says, "I love Splatoon and I love GDQ. So here you go. Let's beat that Inner Agent 3. And speaking of that, Splatoon 2 Agent 3 rematch, that's at $6,410.26 out of a $10,000 goal. And Splatoon 3 is this Monday evening. So you still have some time left, but don't get complacent on donating towards that goal. We have another donation towards Splatoon 2 from Koji, who says, "Put this towards the Splatoon 2 bonus run, because that means more GDQ, which results in more time to donate. Oh, and thanks to all the GDQ staff for all the great work. Greetings from Germany." We have $15 from Alucard X60, who says, "Good luck to Satoryu, VB, and everyone else in the Castlevania block. Let's get CV3 going." We have $50 from the Soten runner, Satoryu, who says, "The aria of sorrow file name must be Ibuki. Don't make VB sad." We have $25 from Pakuja, who says, "Aria of Sorrow is one of my favorite GBA games. Super happy to see it at a GDQ. Good luck to VB on his run." And $15 from Birdie, who says, "Here's the promised $10 for a great horrible night to have a curse, and an extra $5. Who can resist a Sonic Mania race and fighting cancer?" I don't think there's anyone out there who can, Birdie. And it looks like we are ready